4th of December. It's Thursday, the 4th of December. Yes, I got that right. So welcome. Come on in. Come and join me. We'll sit on the couch and have a cuppa with me, or a tipple, or whatever. It's Christmas season. Isn't it socially acceptable to have a tipple of your choice any time of the day? What have I got? Water in my glass. Can you see this? My ho 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 glass. Yes, drinking my water, keeping those headaches at bay. What I've been doing today. I had a really nice morning actually. My husband got up before me, which is very unusual. I'm normally tired on a Friday morning after having Benjamin on a Thursday, so I didn't put the alarm on, and I get up so early it's like ridiculous, especially if I can't see with my glasses. But this morning I managed to go to 8 o'clock, so that's like a huge lie-in for me. And my husband got up, he went downstairs, so I got up after him, went downstairs, got a cup of tea, took it back to bed. So I've been knitting and put YouTube on. I was as happy as anything. So yeah, then I was able to have a bath and wash my hair. Oh, and it was just bliss, that little bit of time to myself. So I hope you're all finding, a bit of special time for yourself. I know that might sound silly, but to me it was just bliss to be able to get up, have a cup of tea in bed. That is like luxury, absolute luxury for me, and do my knitting. So I thought I'd come on and show you the progress of my hat, and I'm really chuffed. I think I'm just in the mood for something that is simple, and I think I'm starting to understand that even though you want all these things, you want to do everything that you see, sometimes a simple project is just what you need to calm yourself and just sort of to take things a bit slower. So this is an excellent project. So it's the Pimlico hat on Ravelry. It's a free pattern, I did check, and it's by Brixton Purl. It's a DK, or I suppose you could use 4-ply, and put some fluff around it, which is what I've done. And it's to go with my shawl. Good Vibes, I think my shawl was called. So, and you knit it in the round. It's on a 4.5 needle. I didn't do tension swatch. Yeah, I did do tension swatch. Do you do a tension swatch if it's a hat? I tend to, if I knit like, normally it's baby garments, I've knitted some shawls for myself, socks. I don't do tension swatch, I just knit. So I started off, so you start off, so you knit it in the round. I'm not giving anything away because it's a free pattern. So I use the oh crumbs, what am I like? Wait a minute, bear with me. Oh, disorganised. It's the, oh, it's not pixie on. There we are. It's by Kettle Yarn, and it's Islington, and it's a 4-ply, and that's what I used as my main colour in the shawl. So I had some left, and I decided that I quite like to wear it with my shawl. So I've done a 2x2 twisted rib. You see, yeah. And then I started last night, and you literally just knit 5 and then purl through the back of one stitch, knit 5 and go all the way around and knit till it's about 7 inches, and then obviously you do your decreases. But when you're finished, you turn it out. Ta-da! Can you see? Yeah, you can see that. Oh, the light in here is so much better. It's so much better. When I was on my last podcast, I said to my husband, can you just sit with me and just see? Honestly, I said, watch this chin, but just check everything. He's like, yeah, it's fine. But what he didn't realise, and I obviously couldn't see, is that the light in the kitchen is really bad, and it's a reflection. Yeah, it was a reflection, so it wasn't very good. So I'm a lot happier now. So that is beautiful. I've done the larger size because I think I've got quite a big head, and I'm going to really enjoy that. And this is knitted with Mr. B's Stella Bella. That's my ends. I think that's coming up lovely, really lovely, and I love this effect. And I might even knit another one, and that might be nice to do that in the contrast, to do the whatever you had for contrast for the rib, to do that on the purl through the back of the loop. So yes, so I think we watched one episode of The Crown last night, and I just dug this out because I hadn't marked my work because I was upstairs and I couldn't be bothered to come downstairs and get a marker. But yeah, that's how much I did last night, and then I just did this morning while I was having a cup of tea. And this is a stitch marker. Let me see if I can show you, that I made myself. I just saw it, and it's made of acrylic, so I thought, oh, I have to have that, and it's to go with my Christmas bag that I made. And I love anything like this. Look at this fabric. So that was beautiful. This is me. This is how I imagine myself prancing about in the skirt. But they're just so gorgeous, just so gorgeous. Yeah, look at this one on the back. She is lovely. She is lovely. So I made that for my eldest daughter as well, the one that's the knitter. So she got an advent box as well. So she got this inside. I made her a little like notions pouch. I haven't put the ribbon in mine, but she got a little handbag as well. You know, when you go to those big posh shops, well, not that I go to big posh shops, but you see them, they have them sort of slung over the shoulder in the movies. And it's made with stuffed with cinnamon, mixed spice, cloves, and some orange essence. So I kind of got the idea from Sheep and Cheerful. She was making these 2 or 3 podcasts ago, so I thought, oh, good idea. Thank you, Nikki. I'll take that on board. And my daughter absolutely loves this. She just keeps sniffing it. And then I made some charms, and I could have done with a needle really. So I made, obviously I had to have the obligatory Christmas tree. You see that? No stitch marker, and then because I do like my lipsticks, a bit of lip gloss. I'm a lip gloss girl. Won't go anywhere without my lipstick. Look how ridiculous that is. Where am I going? Can you see that? Oh, and a cocktail. I do like a cocktail. So there's it showing up a bit better. And then what else do I have? Oh yeah, the Christmas tree decoration. Oh. Can you see that? Is it focused? Yeah, there it is. So I have those. So I'm really pleased with that. So that's a really nice project to sit and knit something simple. As I say, I've got some secret squirrel projects, so I'd like that. And then I had another bag. Where have I put that? Oh, come on, get a grip. Where have I put it? I'll put it down here. It's in the project bag. This is dangerous. So I wound up my skein of crafted clegs. Yeah, that's a label. That's Simple Caramel. So what I'd like to ask you is, do you have a mitten pattern? I just want a simple mitten pattern that in 4-ply fingering that I could knit. And the reason I wanted something simple is I want to do like a quick knit, and to do that, that would be nice. So they're the 2 advents that I'm working on at the moment. What else was I going to do? Oh yes, I was going to show you my tree. So Mr. Jack has been very busy today, putting up the lights. So I thought I would show you my Christmas tree and my decorations. So yeah, this is tree number 1. So, oh, and just before I go, I wanted to like all the Vlogmas has started to like go up. So I've watched a few, not a lot. So I'm really looking forward to sitting and enjoying watching those. So there's a couple I'd like to share with you just in case you haven't seen them. So go on over and have a look at Dawn's Days. So Dawn is absolutely lovely, really lovely lady, really crafty. She lives in the Netherlands, and she is a Manchester girl. So I don't know the full story. I've only met her recently in the last sort of couple of months, but she is absolutely lovely. So she's based in the Netherlands. She's married to a South African gentleman, and she has a couple of children. And she kind of does loads and loads of crafts, and she's got her own like studio, craft studio that she just goes to. There's I think she does vlogs normally, like each week, and then she does a podcast, and her logo is like a big B, Manchester B. So that's well worth going and having a look at Dawn. I think you'll enjoy her. And then the other lady that I would like to recommend is Angela, and that's from Knitting on the Farm, and she is based in Ireland, and she was the lady that invited me to go and join the Zoom. When I did my very first podcast in August, I said that our local yarn shop had closed down, so I wasn't able to go to the Knitting Natter group there, and she invited me, and oh my word, what a lovely time do we have on a Thursday night, full of chatter, knitting, crafting and all other sorts, put the world to right, and it is lovely, and I really look forward to that on a Thursday. My husband sort of sits in the kitchen and he can hear me in the back room, and he says, "Whatever were you talking about tonight?" He said, "All I can hear was laughing." And that's what we like, and it's does my heart good, yeah. So I will stop now. I will show you my tree, and I think that will be it for today. And then tomorrow I will show you my tree in the kitchen. So I look forward to seeing you then. So I hope you have a really good evening. I'll speak to you later. Okay. Hello. Right, I've got changed, got dressed. This is just for you guys, okay? Just for you. You ready? And that's not all. Ready for this? Are you really ready for this? Merry Christmas. Do you think I should be on top of the pops? I think I've been watching too much Wizard. I said I'd show you my tree. Share my tree with you. I'm going to play the boys later, and I'm going to put these on. I spoke to them with the gingerbread house on, and they thought it was hilarious. So I thought I'd show you, share with you my advent. So this is my Sioben Crafts, and I've got this. See what this is? Oh wow, that's lovely. That's really nice. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? I think that's coming up slightly lighter than what it is, but I really like that. And what's this called? Let's see if it's like. Oh, I can't see without my glasses. I really have had them all laid out, shouldn't I? So this is my Liberty one. Absolutely beautiful. And this is called Felicity. Sorry, I was really interrupted by my husband. Wanted to see what was written on my t-shirt. I think he thinks I'm absolutely cracked. So where was I? Yes, Felicity. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And then the label to go with it. The label, it's put me off my stride now. Beautiful. So I'm really going to have to think hard what to do with these. Maybe a project bag. that might be something that is would be quite nice and quite special to have. I don't know why this is a 12-day advent for Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit, because you have two things every day. You have some yarn and some material, and then you have like a lovely surprise. Oh, a tea, a wild blackberry infusion, and you have a recipe. We've had a note. When the snows are lying deep, I won't read it out to you. I'll take a picture. The idea is these are supposed to be short, aren't they? I just want to share with you and just join in. What's this? My little parcel. I don't know what this is. Oh, how cute is that? Look at that. That would be better on my hat, actually. Can you see? I'll put that in front of there. Really lovely little progress keeper, so that would be a lot better, wouldn't it? So I'll put that on my hat. That's really cute. So that's lovely. Right, I'm a bit nervous to show you. It's fine if you don't like what I've done. That's absolutely fine. But don't leave me a horrible message. Right, I'm going to pause it now and then turn it round. Just wanted to show you my wreath that I finally managed to get up on the door. I've just had a couple of extra things. Two things that are quite important to me are the two little robins. I've had those for a few years, and they represent my grandparents, and I tend to find a place for them each Christmas, so I can just look at them and remember my grandparents. They absolutely loved wildlife, feeding the birds in the garden, so it's just a token, just so that I can smile, raise my glass of sherry to them and remember them. Hello, happy September, happy December the 5th. I promise you I've not been on the sherry. I don't know why I said that. I just have these moments. So how are you all? How are you doing? Are you busy with your Christmas preparations? Are all your decorations up? Or have you not put them up? When do you put your tree up? And what kind of tree do you have? Leave me a message down below and let me know. That'd be interesting to find out. I just wanted to talk to you today. I put my wreath up yesterday, just there, and I put two little robins. You'll see that footage prior to this, and they represent my grandparents. And I think this time of year we also remember and celebrate the people that are no longer with us today. So I just wanted to share some photographs with you, because I think people leave your life and you grow and go forward and you meet people that never knew them, or so it's harder for you to have those conversations because their time is in the past. So I just wanted to show you. My grandparents were very important to me as I was growing up, and I was very lucky to have my granddad in my 20s, and then very fortunate to have my grandma my nana, she was my nana, have her in my 40s. So this is them, and they were truly, what was that focusing? Can you see that? Yeah, they were a truly glamorous couple. And this is a photo, and it's very iconic, very of its time. I think they were celebrating 25 years of marriage. But my granddad had the most wonderful moustache, which he was very proud of. And my nana was always smiling. She just loved life. And that's the two of them there. And they were just absolutely devoted to each other. And so my nana was very glamorous, and I think she's here with her goddaughter. Look at her there. That was taken in the 50s, and she was just stunning. She was a knitter, and there she is on holiday with my granddad next to her, as always, and her sister-in-law, my Auntie Frances. So if you could, yeah, there she is, the redhead. So this is where I get my red hair from, or I used to have red hair before I had to dye it. And my eldest daughter Laura and Benjamin, obviously he's got beautiful red hair. And then this is their 40th wedding anniversary. So there they are, there. And they love to party, they love to party. But look at this, this always makes me smile. How good is that to, yeah, just adore each other. And that's me on me things. So you just don't, yeah, you don't have photographs like that nowadays. Well, I learned an important lesson this week. Unfortunately, I lost a lot of footage. My husband accidentally deleted, well, he deliberately deleted the videos on my phone because he misunderstood what I meant because I didn't understand what I was saying. He thought I meant to delete all my photographs, so they've all gone. So he's bought me a new camera just for podcasting. So we're going to set that up. But I thought I'd just like to come on and show you. For my daily gratitude today, I want to make it sort of remembrance about the people that we miss. So that's going to be my daily gratitude. So you can follow me on Instagram, and I'm going to put the hashtag along here, and it's hashtag STITCHES&JACKS Daily Gratitude 2020. So let's see if I've got it right. And I finished my hat. That's what else I wanted to show you. So here she is. So she's on Maudie, who's named after my grandma. But my grandma was a lot more glamorous than this girl. So yes, so I'm really pleased with that. So that was a good quick knit. So I just need to get my mittens. So I'll put some footage in of me opening my advents, and then I think we're going to take the dogs for a walk. So I'll see if I can get some film in there. I'll wear my hat. And then I'll show you my tree in the kitchen later. So I look forward to seeing you later. Okay, bye. Hi. I come on and say hello, walking the dogs. Look at me in my hat and the scarf, my hand knits. Beautiful today, really lovely, clear sky, really crisp. I just need to get some get those mittens knitted. Oh, this is yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. I don't think probably my head isn't as big as I think. It's because I like my hats pulled down over my ears. I don't like to get too cold. So I just brought the boys out for their walk. And Bronte, the puppy princess, as we call her. I'll go down to a local pond. Oh, hold on. In the wellies, let's see if I can show you. I'm running along. Right, oh, enjoy that sun and vitamin D. I'll speak to you later. I'm going to enjoy my walk. Hello. I thought I'd show you my other tree that's in the kitchen. But first we need the reveal of the t-shirt. You ready for this? I want to try not to fall down the step. What do you reckon? What do you reckon? Okay. It's a bit more subtle than the other two. Oh, can you see? And I think I can guarantee that nobody has a tree like me, and if you do, I want to meet you. So come and have a look. Right, this is my tree, and it's 9 foot, so I'll take you closer and then you can see what I'm talking about. I have Her Majesty. I have Big Ben. Right, let me just flick the camera. A scene of London. I have the crown jewels in my house. What else do I have? I have a taxi. Harvey Nichols. I love the underground. Absolutely love it. I wouldn't like to commute in it. I like to go and visit and go on the underground. I love the smell. That's a really weird thing, isn't it, to say? My husband absolutely hates going, but I make him go every time we go down. Big red bus. I bought my daughter big red bus and a taxi. Second Christmas when she was toddling. Yes. So there's another bus. They always come in 3s. Oh, can I see? Yes, I have. I've got one down here. If you wanted to go to London. And there is a story behind these, apart from me being London red post box, British iconic robin on the post box. I've got the carriages. I've got the Tower of London. That was a decoration that we bought last time we went down. My daughter and I, we went to the Stitch show every year. Queen Soldiers, Queen's Guards. And yeah, so we went to Tower of London. So I've got the Rook, Queen's Rook. Paddington is in the building because he went to London. So anything that is there, anything. Keys to the crown jewels. The crown, Sloane Square, and of course right at the top, and this is what I share with Her Majesty, so if I can get on the couch without falling off, is the crown. And we were suitably informed, reliably informed, that on the Queen's trees in her residence, a crown is put on her tree. So I'm the same as Her Majesty. There's Oxford Street. You need to find that. Did you think I'm mad? It's just hilarious, just hilarious. And my husband and I, he puts the tree up, he puts the lights on, I put all my decorations and my baubles wherever I want, and then he puts the crown on, and then we just sit here and grin, and it's so funny, so funny. So yeah, if there's anybody else that's got a tree like that, message me or DM me, come and tell me. Yeah, so, and I've got my Nigella mode on, got my lights up, so yeah, he's been really busy, so he deserves his chocolate bar today. So I don't know where we're gonna put this when and if we do eventually move. That showed the new bedding that we bought for the dogs, and look what they've done. We brought the beds in. They come in the afternoon. Oh, let me turn you around. There we are. Look, how messy are those already? And I've caught Bob actually, so I think it is Bobby that is ripping them. So I've got to go and do a repair already. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go and repair that, because if I don't do it, then we'll end up in the same situation, and I'd rather just have the bed for a bit longer rather than having to do those every time. Oh, behind me is my other picture of Piccadilly Circus. So, and I tell you what, my boys, my granny babies, they absolutely adore these. Benjamin's just really realised it's got a red bus on. So in his stocking this year, from Grandma, he is getting a red bus and a taxi. And I'm happy. I'm really happy to be up here. But it just makes me laugh. So yeah, whenever a royal occasion comes around, I'm the house to come to. And then we've got the cushions. The dogs have been on here. I'll show you. Hopefully they don't look too bedraggled. They do need replacing. Yeah, and I'll show you. And then we've got a nod, obviously, to Northern Roots as well. I'm sure you can guess who these are, but the boys have been chewing it. Let me just sort the cushion out before I show you. Oh, they are naughty. They are naughty. It's supposed to be in the basket. It's not on the sofa. But yeah, that's all. That's all. Right, so this is where Mr. Jack sits. So he's got, yeah, English Bulldog, and oh, these are well worn. They are well worn. There's a bit of southern language, southern for you. And Union Jack. This is where I sit. Miss Modern Skyline, Queen Soldiers. So we've got Covent Garden. Love going to Covent Garden, and obviously we have the Beatles. Yeah. So I might show you a bit more. That's about as mad as I've got a few things. I might show you my wallpaper now. So get a decent picture. I don't know whether you'll see it. No, you're all going to say that I'm absolutely cracked. This is a map of London in 1832. So I don't think it's too mad. I just thought it was just something different. So yeah, that's there. So I think I will love and leave you for today. So I hope you enjoy the footage today, and I will see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow. Yes. See you tomorrow on Sunday, and do a bit more. Might be some baking tomorrow. I'm trying to work out when I can get around to the boys and drop some things off. I think this might be a new tradition. They had their advent boxes last week with their calendar and everything, and then we bought some because we do a lot of cooking, and the boys have always been involved in what we're doing, Alfie especially. So we're going to make some cookie dough. So that we have done that, my husband and I, and then we've bought them cookie cutters and icing and sort of sprinkles and that kind of thing. We've also bought them some mugs to make hot chocolate and things. I'm not sure if I'm going to put it all together or perhaps do another one next weekend and then one the following weekend. It's going to be a gingerbread house the Sunday before Christmas, but I need to get hold of some cellophane just to for it to hold on. Well, hold on till Christmas and see if they can last 5 days before they're allowed to smash it and eat it. Right, look forward to chatting to you tomorrow. So I hope you had a really, really nice time. Bye. Good morning. Happy 6th of December. I've had quite a productive morning this morning. Got up really early. I'm in my nightie, so you're not going to see me. I'm waiting to get a bath and a hair wash. I'm really scraggly this morning, so yes, I'm sitting here. You can see my socks. I've got my nightie on and I've got my Christmas socks on. So I'm going to keep this short and sweet because my husband's about to come in with a bacon sandwich. So I have been very busy sorting out all my, let me show you over here first of all, sorting out all my project bags. So they're all emptied. These are ones that are sorted. This is my Christmas bag I showed you the other day, and that's got my yarn from Crafty Clegg all skeined up. That's ready for my mittens. This is my bag with my socks. I haven't even cast on yet, and this is my Hokey Lokey Telly cables down the back, and I really want to do these. So there's got the skeins in there. That's Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit from the Outlander series. Oh, this is my Yarndale sock that I mentioned on my last podcast. So that needs undoing because I've used a 3mm hook as the pattern said, but it's far too loose. And then what have I got in here? I've got a couple of bits that I might speak to you about another time. So this is what I've been doing. So I've taken all the bits out. I've not been knitting with Inti Dye yarn for very long. So this is my beautiful bits basket. So I don't have very much in there. This is I haven't been working with hand dyed yarn for very long. So I think this is last Christmas. I made a pair of socks for my youngest daughter with Coopy Knits yarn, different colours. So that was really nice yarn. This is Stranded Dye Works, Not My Cat. I knitted those earlier this year. I think that was March. And then this is London House Yarns. I think I did it was my first pair of stripy socks. And then I'm trying to think what these two are. I don't know. I think they might have been left over from a workshop that I went to. So they've been popped in there. So then this is what I have so far. So this is the Cereal Alpaca from Hedgerow Fibres. This is from West Green Loft yarn, the ballet slippers that I made. Lindsay from Stitch Crate loves cowling. These is the yarn from Lay Family Yarn when I made the Lola socks. This is the yarn that's left over from my Good Vibes shawl, and this is the yarn left over from my hat that I've just made. I can't for the life of me think what it was called, the Pimlico hat. So I was able to get that bit of rib out and I still got this. And then this was a yarn, Mr. and Mrs. Rabbit's Jemima Puddle Duck, and it had a blue, but I'd used it all up, used a fair bit up. So that's to go in. So I've got a fair few bits, and after Christmas I want to make a start rather on the northeasterly blanket, and this is what I've been doing. This is what I've been working on this morning, which has taken me quite a bit of time. And this is what I put all my projects in here and all the details, like the pattern, a sample of the yarn, the ball bands, and a picture. So I've still got a bit of sticking in to do, but everything's written up, so I've got a record of that. I've actually finished it. My daughter bought me this 2 Christmases ago, and you can record 90 projects, and I record sort of knitting and crocheting. So these are all my bits that have come out of my bags. So I'm just sorting these out. I was looking for some needles. These are my higher sharps. They're the first pair I've used. I only use those to knit the bumblebee socks on. Really like those. And then my husband asked me what I'd like for Christmas, and I said to him I'd like a set of needles. But I'm not very experienced. I've just been coming on to the circular needles, so I've pulled these out, which is the like, and they're wooden birch they're made from needles. So I've got both these cables, but I don't have any of the needles, so I need to go online and just see if I can order them. So that's that. These have come out of bag. No wonder I can't find any pens, because they were all in my project bag. So I've got these, and then I've just started cast on my advent socks. And these are, the yarn is what I showed, I think, in my last podcast, on my October vlogs. And this is from Dragon Hill Studios, and this is the Christmas sock set, twinkly red. And then this beautiful cake. I just keep looking at it. I absolutely love it. I've never had anything like this before. So it's going to be stripes. So just a simple vanilla, and then I'm back on my DPNs. I find that I can knit faster. So I've knitted, I think, 5 rows on here. I've got one of these. I don't know if you have these as well. And I find this so easy, so lovely to have. It's just gives you the Kitchener stitch little rhyme or little recipe. And then I've got my what's this called? My sock case. It's not a sock case, but that's from Craft House Magic. And then I've got my beautiful bag that I treated myself to. And I've never had a bag this tiny. I've seen lots of people sort of use them, you know, on the podcast and everything. But I just fell in love with the material. So I decided that I'd give myself a treat, and that's for my advent. So I'm really all set up now. What are my plans today? My plans today are just to perhaps get this cuff finished. So I've got another 10 rows to do. So I'll get that cuff finished, and then I'll be ready to start on this, on the cuff of the socks. I'll probably sit and knit on that tonight. I just sorted out dinner, what we're having. We're not having a roast today. We've gone back and had roast the last sort of few weeks, but we're trying to eat out of freezer. So I've got a couple of steaks, so we're having that tonight. But I think we're having a mushroom stroganoff. It's Tom Kerridge recipe. So we're going to have that. And then my husband made an apple and plum compote. So we're going to make that into a crumble, which will be lovely. As we're trying to sort of eat healthily, we decided that we would have a roast dinner and a pudding on a Sunday. So, do you know what? We have really enjoyed it. But we both said, you know, we're trying to just make some room in the freezer. So that's going to be our dinner tonight. So that's sorted. And I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to do some sewing this afternoon. So I might come back on and show you what I've got to do. Or what I would like to do, rather. And then I think I've got a bit of ironing to do this afternoon. That's exciting, isn't it? Really exciting. I don't mind ironing like all my fabric when I make my bags and everything. I think, oh, that's really exciting. But it's a bit boring, the old ironing, but I love a good podcast. So I wanted to give you a couple of recommendations of people that I've enjoyed watching, and you might not know or might not have come across them. One is Paula, stitched by Mrs. D. Oh my word, she is absolutely lovely. If you want to go over and see her. She's done a really lovely tour of her Christmas room, and it is delightful, so that's worth watching. She also makes little bears for sale, and she makes really beautiful project bags. So she's worth going along and having a visit. And another lady to visit is Sharon, the lovely Sharon at, I'm not absolutely sure now that I've questioned myself. I will put it on the screen, at the bottom of the screen, because I just don't want to send you off into the wrong place. But she is an amazing knitter. The volume that she knits is amazing, and she has different days which she does different things on. Sorry about that, that's Max trying to get in. And when she does sit up in her craft room, I find it quite distracting, because behind her she has like these clear storage crates. All I want to do is just have a look and see what is in there. But yeah, she's lovely. So go along and give these girls a view, and try something different. Oh, I also want to make my Christmas cake. I'm a bit late at making my Christmas cake, but I thought it'd be nice to share that with you. And then finally, no, I think I'm going to leave it there, because I need to speak to you. I need to see my face. So hopefully that's okay, and I'll speak to you later. Morning. Oh, I've got my glasses on to read the book. I thought I'd share my recipe with you for my Christmas cake. This is the book I use. It's very battered, and this is it's a Michael cake book. For those of you that don't know or don't live in the UK, it's a Marks and Spencer's cookbook, 1986 edition. So I have used this recipe for years. So I've got my fruit, that's all soaked. I think I'll turn the camera down. Hopefully I'll have the camera in the right position, so just bear with me a minute so I don't knock you over. Right, yeah, so I've got my fruit soaked, grated rind of a lemon and an orange. This has been soaking for sort of a couple of days, so that all the dry ingredients has swollen up now, taking all that alcohol on. I soaked it, I think, in a bit of brandy and sherry. Got my flour with my spices. I've just literally stirred it all in. So I use ground cinnamon, mixed spice and nutmeg. So I've got my brown sugar ready and my butter. I've got my eggs ready. A couple of them are in mugs because they came out of the fridge, so I just sort of cracked them to get them around to room temperature a bit quicker. And I've got my glacé cherries. Cut them into quarters and then put them in a little bit of plain flour, just so that they don't all sink to the ground. And I'm going to put some marzipan in, some more sherry, and some black treacle, of course, make the cake a bit darker. So they're my ingredients. So I'm going to get that together, and then I'll show you what it's like when it goes in the tin. And then I just put it in the Arga, so I'll have to get my Mary Berry out, and it'll go in there for a few hours. It normally takes sort of 2 to 3 hours, I think, in a normal oven. But I could just put this in and leave it overnight. Put it in before I go to bed, get it out in the morning. If I put it in the slow oven. how I make my Christmas cake. I've made it for the last 25, 26 years. So cheers. Just playing around with like a face, face mask. My youngest daughter, who's a hairdresser, she's going back. She went back to work Friday, so I thought I'd just, and the one that I made, the pattern, it was quite high at the top. So I've just taken some out. Obviously, I'm going to sew around there, so I hope that that's enough for her. She's only got a small face, bless her, beautiful face. So I'm seeing her Tuesday, and hopefully I'll have glamorous nails because I'm going to go get my nails done and drop the boys' boxes off. So this is what I'm going to be working on this afternoon. I'll show you when I've finished.